Welcome back, everybody. Today we got a little special reaction video going on. You're going to be joining me today as I react to my friend Lucas, aka the Blockchain Boy's new video called How to Actually 100x Your Crypto Portfolio. Now, I have not seen this video yet, but I'm very interested to see what he's got to say. Let's take a look at what Lucas, aka the Blockchain Boy, has to say about how to actually 100x your crypto portfolio. Let's get into it.
If you're in crypto, then you already know everything's about price. What's the next big pump is the question everyone's constantly asking. Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, it's non-stop. And most of you guys probably only discuss price with your friends and relatives when they ask you about crypto. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing how to take advantage of that. The difference between price and fundamentals, perceived value versus actual value, is a super important lesson to learn, and it's going to make you a better trader and investor.
This is big facts. Guys, don't conflate technology and the freaking token. They're different. Don't conflate the two.
Let's take a look at the world of stocks. Tesla is one of the most hyped, talked about stocks in the world. But does it produce the most cars? Does it make the best cars? No. Tesla is only valued for one reason, and that's because people think its future value is going to be high.
Interesting fact about Tesla, they are actually a technology company, so
higher than it is now. Perceived value of what Tesla holds in its
categorized as a technology company
hand is stronger than Ford, is stronger than Chevy. All of these big car companies that have actual profit margins, that are actually existing and actually making cars, aren't valued nearly as much as Tesla. So why do people hold it in this such high regard? Well, a lot of that is due to Elon Musk. A lot of that is due to the hype and culture behind Tesla, and it serves as a great example that translates pretty well to the crypto industry. Now, being that crypto is one step removed from stocks, we exist in this unregulated environment where basal human psychology is observed on a near daily basis. Look at everything that we've been through up until this point. If you've been in crypto for longer than one cycle, you'll know what I'm talking about. Scams pump the hardest. This has been a common thing. Everyone says it.
That is based as fuck. Scams pump the hardest. It's so true.
Pump the hardest, but it's actually very true. A lot of cryptos that you may be into and have held for years, let's take a look at Chainlink, for example, may have had piss poor price performance.
Link Marine's down bad.
Why is that? Well, Chainlink is an absolutely necessary project that delivers value to thousands of projects that literally couldn't exist without it. Decentralized oracles are super important. I've been a Link Marine myself since 2017. But again, its price has remained pretty lackluster, even though it's so important. This is because its perceived value is not nearly as high as some of these other projects that people will FOMO into. When you see things like SafeMoon or Pepe Pump, it's because people are FOMOing in. They want to be part of the next bag. They think it's going to go up in price.
Everybody's looking for that next 1000x, and especially in this environment where, the wealth gap keeps going like this. The purchasing power of the purchasing power of the dollar keeps getting diluted. Everyone is forced to become a speculator and an investor. So they jump into fucking Pepe.
Perceived value is way different from the actual value that Chainlink offers, which is a complete night and day difference. Another good example of this is the internet computer. ICP debuted at over $1,000, and that chart looks like
that was a crazy day. I remember that back in 2021. I'm looking at my phone. I go in CoinMarketCap. I'm like, it debuted at number 3 too. Bitcoin, Ethereum, then ICP. Kind of crazy to look back on now. And I looked at them, what the fuck is this thing?
Straight rug pull. Not to mention Sam Bankman-Fried manipulated it
Woo!
with perpetual futures from FTX. That's a different video. ICP has remained looking like a rug pull for basically the entirety of its existence.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem with the internet computer at the end of the day. Besides the fact that, there's a lot of things that, need work, but the problem is when people first get into crypto, if let's just say you're on the street or you're talking to a friend's dad or whatever, and they're asking about the internet computer, the first thing they're going to do is search up ICP, then go straight to the chart. And they're going to look at the chart and be like, what the fuck is this? That's the biggest problem. And unfortunately, you can't change the chart, but I do believe after one cycle of people making money off the token, if they make money off the token, to be determined, I can't predict the future, then I think, the narrative behind the chart might change a little bit. But until then, the chart's just bad. It's bad. But it is what it is, and you got to keep building. So, shout out to everyone building the ICP community.
But if you peel back that layer, that surface layer, you end up seeing a project with immense potential. Integrating Bitcoin into
and that's the thing. The sad reality is most people aren't looking. They're going to see that chart. They don't give a shit. Oh, out. Don't care. That's the truth. So it's going to take a long time. And I'm not saying right off the whole, obviously not. ICP has amazing technology, but it's going to take a long time for people to get over the chart. That's just the truth.
Ethereum offering fully on-chain NFTs and decentralized applications, Internet Computers technology is fundamentally, in my opinion, extremely promising.
ICP probably is arguably the best tech in Web3. That's not a joke.
Said it's just reached all-time lows around $3. Make of that what you will. Again, we're seeing the example of perceived value and market value. As a crypto trader myself, I focus on mid-term trend trading. I'm not a short-term trader, and I'm not exactly a long-term investor. I specialize in being able to predict and then capitalize on crypto market narratives and trends. This is something that happens over and over and over again, and getting
the trend is your friend.
Really good at it allows you to build up a solid portfolio for you to then flip back into long-term fundamentally strong projects, because at the end of the day, those long-term fundamentally strong projects are still probably going to win in the end. There's always going to be some flash in the pan, flavor of the month, new hot coin that all the Twitter retail investors are going to FOMO into. But here's the thing, retail investors, for the most part, can't trade their way out of a paper bag. We're going to take advantage of that. That's what this whole strategy is about. The same way hedge funds and institutions have a cold, unassuming view of their investments and trades, one must adopt this mentality, because at the end of the day, the retail trader, the one holding the bag, is the one who really gets emotionally involved, holds, buys, no matter what. A good example of this is the XRP community, HBAR community. We see this time and time again at every
Do not get me started on the XRP community. Don't. I was probably, I don't want to say it was something, but I think one of the first people on TikTok to openly talk shit about the XRP community, and, well, not really come at them personally, but talk shit about XRP. I was probably, low-key the first, TikTok influencer to ever shit on XRP. Swear to God. Before it became, cool. Because this was right when XRP was pumping during the bull run.
Asset of crypto communities. People get too attached to their investments. They don't want to believe what's...
Don't get emotional. Do not get emotional. Sometimes you gotta let go of the bag. Take the loss and move on. At the end of the day, it's just numbers on a screen.
Staring them in the face. The sooner you become an emotionless motherfucker, the sooner you can start counting the cash in your wallet. I love the Internet Computer. I love ICP. For those of you who don't know, it's a really innovative project that's been around for a few years now. That price has gone nowhere but down. And I've been calling that for years. I've been calling sub $5 ICP. Guess what? It happened. The last couple of months, I've been calling a sub $3 ICP, and we're almost there. Just because I like an ecosystem, just because I like the tech, doesn't mean I'm buying the coin. In fact, it means I'm probably going to stay away from purchasing it if I think the fundamentals are bad, regardless of if I like the project or not. That's all I'm telling you. Everybody wants to find the next 100x gem, and this is really the golden ticket. When you manage to find a project at the intersection of potential price increases and fundamentals, you really have yourself a golden goose. Polygon Matic, for me, in 2021, was one of those golden gooses. I found Matic at 3.5 cents. The first coin I ever talked about on TikTok. I knew the problems with Ethereum's scalability. I knew that layer 2s were going to be huge because I saw the problem, understood it, and found the potential solutions. I didn't just buy Polygon Matic, but it was by far my biggest bet. And sure, it panned out great. It was almost 100x if you want to average all of my exits out together. But it's hard to find those 100x's. In fact, for every Polygon Matic, we're going to have 1,000 Harmony 1s, a layer 2 scalability solution that saw minimal success, which is basically nowhere to be seen these days. It's a lot more consistent to reliably trade upon trends and narratives, or at least in my experience it has been, because you never know what's going to be a Polygon Matic and what's going to be a Harmony 1. In a future video, we're going to get really deep into the weeds on this because I want you guys to have the tools for success heading into the next bull run. Remember, we've been in an institutionally led market for the last couple of years now. Retail hasn't been in the driver's seat since 2017. Hedge funds, VCs, angel investors, all the big players are going to keep pushing what they want to pump so they can make their money. All we're doing is figuring out what's up next so we can try and get our little piece of the pie. Because at the end of the day, we don't have clairvoyant ball to figure out what's hot, what's up next. But we do have tools to actually help us get there. Everything from the TVL to tracking social media posts, investors, and evangelists of the network. All of these factors together can help you further identify what actually could become popular in the future. Anyways, if there's anything I want you to take away from this video, it's this. Remember that we live in an absurd reality where price and fundamentals have deviated so far from each other that there is no reconciliation possible. And once you accept that fact, you can become a better short-term trader and investor. Not to discount fundamentals, but just to realize the situation that we're in today. We're all speculating on unregistered, unregulated assets, and at the end of the day, all of this could go away just like that.
Based video. Very based. I love this. He hit the nail on the head. Fundamentals and token price do not equal the same thing. And marketing is very important. Narratives are very important. You cannot discount those things. A lot of people get this wrong. And I've been banging the drum on this for a while. If you're on crypto Twitter and you're one of these guys who's really into crypto and all that, just remember, you're in a little bubble talking to a bunch of people on Twitter. Don't get caught in the echo chamber. Nobody outside of this little space on Twitter and all this shit knows anything about the space. They don't. They really don't. So they're just going to be looking at first number one narrative and the chart. So a good example of that was, I talk about all the time, Solana. Solana was fast, easy to get. We're quick. That's all it was. The fast blockchain. That's all they promoted. We're fast. And the number went up. And now there's also a lot of things behind that. Sam Bankman-Fried, a bunch of other stuff. But they had probably if not the best marketing of the last bull run. Probably. It was very easy, cut clean. It's not, look, how many trends. It's not, look at this in the blockchain. No, it's just, we're fast. That's it. Bang, one line. And that's what you need to look for. Because that's what matters. That's what sells. Easy. And yeah, guys, that's all we got for this video. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter. I'm always posting on Twitter. That's where it's really lit at. And make sure to go subscribe to Lucas. Go check out his newest video. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching.